So we just watched, I think you did. I mean, I wasn't there.
I did. Yeah.
The season finale, episode 8 of Daredevil Born Again season 2.
Mm-hmm.
What a piece of shit. I mean, I've seen bad stuff. I've seen community theater that you wouldn't believe. And this, hold on, let me open my window. Yeah, you can smell it from here. I'm joking. I loved it. I loved it. The end. By the way, obviously, guys, we're going to spoil the crap out of this because, again, why are you watching it? This, if you didn't want us to talk about what happens in the episode. What did you think, Chad? It was a little surprising.
I loved it up to a point. And this is just, there was one aspect of it that really kind of turned me off.
Was it the fact that it decided to basically be V for Vendetta at the end?
No, it was the whole storming the courthouse, aka the Capitol.
That's V for Vendetta right there.
Is that what that is? Okay.
Well, the whole thing of the vigilantes are us, and it's sort of like, we're wearing the mask in tribute to our guy,
and that was cool. But it was just a little too reminiscent for me of January 6th.
Well, it was definitely doing that too.
Yeah, and I wasn't fond of that reminiscing part of it. I didn't like it.
But it was the flip. It was the freedom fighters going after the fascists instead of the other way around.
Yeah,
the fascists storming the house of our laws and constitution. But yes, of course, they're obviously making the parallels.
But
oh yeah,
I did love. I mean, everything up to that point. I mean, the way that he sacrificed himself in the courtroom, the way he led up to that, and kind of gave Fisk a chance to say it himself, and Fisk wouldn't even say it, so then he did it. That was pretty amazing.
That was awesome.
And then when Fisk talked to him from the other room to the scene before that, it was great. It was great.
I will say everything that they drew from, and this is across the season, but it was another great job of they picked and chose important moments or big moments from Daredevil comics history, because a lot of these things have happened even back in the 60s, even back during the early days. Stan Lee writing it, they had a storyline where Matthew Murdock gets outed, and it's like his identity's discovered, and then he's like, no, you guys have it all wrong. I'm not Daredevil. That's my twin brother Mike Murdock. So then for a long time in the comics, Matt pretends to be his swinging, sighted twin brother Mike, who is actually Daredevil. And this is for Foggy's benefit or Karen's. But yeah, they figure out, and they're like, oh, so you're not Daredevil. It's your brother that we've never heard of before. It's crazy dumb. But also modern storylines by Bendis. And I'm not sure if Bendis did this one, but yes, Matt has gone to prison. I mean, a lot of the stuff is kind of, like, yeah, that's great. And it all worked in that story really well. I wasn't thrown by the January 6th kind of illusion. I was just caught up in the visceralness of it. So was the guy on the motorcycle outside.
Clearly.
He was very caught up in it. But I think that they did a great job of hitting notes that you were expecting. Because, I mean, nothing really surprised me too much. But they were hitting notes I was expecting, but they did it well. And I'm sitting there going, like, they carried me along, even though I was sitting there going, this will come down to Fisk thinking he's got the upper hand. And his big card he could always play is, I'll let everybody know who you really are. And the idea that Matt is like, oh, you think that's your weapon? Boom, I just stole your weapon. Cry about it, Wilson. The scene where he did that in the show where he goes, cry about it, Wilson. I was like, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, it went on so long too.
And this is now 10 years of Charlie Cox in the show. One of the things is, I was totally stunned to find out that Matt Murdock was Daredevil. I was like, what a reveal. I think they handled all those parts really well. They tied a lot of stuff up really well.
Yeah.
And you get moments you want Daredevil and Jessica Jones walking down a hallway and Kingpin walking down another hallway. It's a big wink to like, dude, everyone always talks about that hallway fight in episode 1 of Daredevil on Netflix, which is still amazing. But it's like, you put Daredevil in a hallway, he's going to fuck some shit up.
Yeah, and then they've got Kingpin walking the Darth Vader gauntlet.
Oh my God. Full on supervillain mode. How many people do you think he killed on his way out of the office?
At least
Jesus,
a dozen,
it's like 14. Yeah, it's like, and some are
and
like,
then the people maybe some people on the stairs too before they stopped him. And there was this one point I was like, because I understand that he was been offered like, get off scot-free as long as you just fuck off.
Yeah, that's a weird bargain.
And then he kills 12 people, and I'm like, and then there's that scene where Daredevil's like, come on, just take the deal. And I'm going, what deal? He just murdered half a dozen or over a dozen people in front of a bunch of people. Yeah. There's no deal. There's no deal.
That did actually bother me simply because there are so many witnesses. Like, even if they try to hush up that deaths happened at Fisk's hands, and I don't know how they can cover it up. Too many people saw it.
I was kind of expecting this to come up in the courtroom scene. Not just the Northern Star thing, but like, by the way, your brain surgeon, your Vanessa's brain surgeon, he happened to disappear right after he went to visit you.
Yeah.
How is nobody, that's, oh, come on, at least mention it.
You're right.
That bugged me as well.
I think that they are.
Although that surgeon did deserve to die. Because he was
really cheesy. Yeah, there's that.
But the way he comes in, like, oh, she was such a great, quoting Shake, whatever the fuck he was doing. He's like, shut up, dude. He's so dead.
It's like that probably works for other people, but I'm like, read the room. That's Wilson Fisk, and you can tell because his hands are doing that thing that he's about to kill someone. Maybe just let him alone.
Yeah.
And avoid him for maybe you should go to another country because he's going to kill you.
I could hear. I'm sure as soon as he came in and started saying that there are surgeons across the country watching the show, going, "Dude, no,
bad move."
Yeah.
But I mean, all the little beats of the way they wrap up certain things, like White Tiger. Of course, she's now got the amulet, so she's actually doing some white tigering. Here's my suspicion, though. I didn't look up that actress's age, and I'm sure she's someone that's actually older than we think. That's often what happens when they're casting kids or teenagers. But if that's the case, I'm afraid she won't get any bigger. I'm afraid she'll be 20
because she's a tiny person.
Small, and it's like, I like the idea of the legacy because it happened in the comics. Woman took over as White Tiger, but I'm like, if she never gets any bigger and that's the MCU's White Tiger, they're gonna be like, who's that little White Tiger? Who is it? Is that you? But
it was pretty badass though, the stuff she did.
It was totally badass.
Cool, there she goes, she's doing it,
yeah.
So
I mean, we get a superhero team up in it. Like, yay, love that. The scene of the reveal in the courtroom where they're like, oh right, the blind lawyer, and then he does the Billy Club. I mean, it's like, there's a lot of fuck yeah moments in it, so I was very pleased. I liked all that.
Yeah.
Another thing I'm just bouncing around. We're not starting at the beginning, whatever.
Yeah.
When Fisk gets taken down finally by the crowd because he's a just enormously powerful dude, but you still can't fight off 25 people dogpiling you. But I love when Matt takes his time getting up there, but he gets up there, and then he. I like when he said, "Stay down," because that's like what they said to his father, the boxer.
Yeah,
it's like, I mean, so weirdly, it's tying in his whole background. It's like, just stay down, and Fisk's like, I can't. It's like, that's not me, and all that stuff. And when they're calling each other Wilson and Matt, like at the end, I'm just like going, oh, I love all that. And those two actors, god damn, so good. I loved the cops showing up in mass to face down the task force guys are assholes. I was totally wrong, by the way. I really thought Punisher was showing up, like even as a cameo.
Right.
Because that was the spy photos, unless they were already shooting parts of season 3, which they might have been. Because there were spy photos of him in costume standing next to black suit Daredevil, and I'm like, oh man, we'll get Punisher in this season. Nope. They talked about him a lot.
I've heard some people saying, like, and I understand this, like, okay, well, I guess Spider-Man wasn't in town. I guess the new Avengers weren't around. I guess Moon Knight or whatever, all these other people who are sort of in the
That's
area.
comics, baby. It's
Yeah.
just comics.
Yeah.
They did give Luke an out, which they'd already set up. The whole thing of like, I've been doing basically wet work for the government, which is going to be an interesting thing to find out. Like, Luke Cage would be all right with the government saying, go kill people overseas.
Well, he seems disturbed. He comes back in that scene. He's like, it was different.
Yeah.
He doesn't look happy.
And she's like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh man, them being together. Not only, of course, you got the daughter, but
I'm really happy they put that scene in there because they'd already mentioned his name a couple of episodes ago. Yes. I was like, there he is.
I did one of those things where had this been in a movie theater, I would have embarrassed people who came with me because in my apartment, like the second the door opened, I went, oh, like made a noise.
Yeah.
Because I stand a Luke Cage and I stand a Luke and Jessica forever. Luke plus Jessica forever. And you also get great. I mean, the last Karen and Matt thing there in the restaurant, all that stuff is good. They're in good places, even if Matt's hauled off to jail.
It's cool though. He's in jail, but his last scene, he's just smiling. Like
he just smiles. Cool. Well, here's the thing. Whether it's through legal means or getting superhero busted out, obviously this won't be long. And remember, this is what I said that Mike Coulter accidentally spoiled because of his like Facebook selfie. That's him in the suit, and then there's Finn Jones, and then you got Charlie Cox and he's in the prison orange. It was like, oh, he's going to jail at the end of the episode at the season. So I guess season 3 is him getting out. I don't know what Fisk is possibly what he's going to be involved with.
There is a theory.
I'm ready.
We were already guessing that Daredevil might be in Spider-Man. What's it called? Spider-Man
Brand New Day.
Brand New Day. That he might be the hidden person in that hand scene where they're.
I want him to be the hidden person.
So if that's the case, maybe Spider-Man is doing something to help him get out. So I don't know what that's about. But,
except for I mean that would be. We don't know what Matt knows or doesn't know, but
I just hope there's no sort of. So I hope there's just no sort of shenanigans where they're like, "Oh, now everybody forgot who you are again." So by the time we get to season 3,
what I assume is he may not remember that he helped Peter Parker, but Daredevil's probably crossed paths with Spider-Man. So if anything else, he's like, "Oh, thanks for the help. Yeah, you're a good dude," but he just doesn't know he's Peter Parker.
That's because it kind of makes sense that. Peter Parker probably didn't know. I mean, there was an incident where I'm a very good lawyer when he catches the brick. But Spider-Man doesn't know that he's Daredevil, but he will now because everybody knows. So that could tie into the plot of the movie. We don't know yet.
The great thing about Daredevil is, and pretty much canonically in Marvel Comics, because of his abilities, secret identities aren't like a thing for him. Like he's the guy that Spider-Man's not really a detective. So Spider-Man's just like, oh, because in the comics, when he finds out it's Matt Murdock, he's like, blind lawyer guy.
Yeah.
But for the entire time, the very first time, Daredevil meets Spider-Man in the comics, he's like, man, his heartbeat is like a kid. He's like a teenager. And then later on he meets Peter Parker. He's like going, oh shit, that's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So I love that about Daredevil's powers. I don't know. And did you see the teaser at the beginning for the Punisher movie?
Yeah, I'd seen that before.
I had.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I mean, it doesn't tie in. I thought it tied in. Yeah. Is that next week? It's like
I don't know. It's soon. Yeah.
Yeah, it's soon. It's right on the tail of it. And then, of course, before Spider-Man. And they're saying it's supposed to kind of bridge the gap to take us from bearded, crazed, I've got to kill everybody, Frank, to put my costume back on and I'm driving in a van. Battle wagon.
Yeah.
Sorry. Battle wagon. War wagon. Sorry. Don't send me an email. It's his war wagon, not battle wagon. Jesus. I can already see the comments.
That'd be great if that was an argument. Maybe in the Spider-Man movie. It's a war wagon.
Yeah.
Shut up, kid.
Technically you use it for battle. It's a war wagon. I'm fighting a war.
There are a couple of other things that these are minor quibbles compared to the other things I already mentioned, but I know that they had a lot to cram into this last episode. And most of it was good because we got a lot of meaty, courtroom scenes, which are great. But there was a lot of story threads that just kind of this last one, like with we got a lot, last of the episode before this, where it was a lot of time spent with Daniel and Buck and BB, and that was fantastic. But in this episode, it's like, we don't get to see BB learning that he died. She already knows by the time
we don't see it. But I mean, we see the impact.
Yeah.
And clearly it's part of what drives her to drop the anonymity of her videos and go.
But it's just a few seconds that we only get of her in the episode. And it was like, okay.
What did you want? 20 minutes of her crying in a room? Jesus.
And the thing that was really powerful about last week's episode where Buck killed Daniel is that Buck was torn up about it, having to do it. Not that it excuses it, but he was like, I don't want to do this. God damn it, I don't want to do this.
And you see a little bit of that when he comes in. I didn't want to
do that. Yeah, when he looks at Fisk, he's kind of burning, and his eyes are burning into like, this is your fucking fault that I had to kill this kid,
Yeah.
But that's not really the story of this episode. So, but he's still alive, which is, I think they're going to carry this over into next season.
The Buck thing?
Yeah.
I wonder, I mean, again, in the comics, Buck Cashman has some powers. I mean, I don't think they're going there, but the whole thing is the guy gets shot in the midsection, and I like the way, people are helping him into another room, but I'm like, is he not just gallons of blood coming out of him? Because he seems fairly, and she's like, he's cold, give me your coat. I'm like,
yeah.
Also,
she kills her lawyer.
I don't know if she kills him, but that's definitely, I mean, she does like serious neck stuff. Again, that's in front of witnesses. I think people are going, the psychoanalyst just killed the guy.
No big
He's
deal.
like, the DA? The psychologist killed the DA. That's weird. Anyway, so, I don't think they'll go there. Heather, it's an interesting non-canonical way with Heather, which is, it's okay. Heather committed suicide in the comics. It's like not something you're like, oh, I can't wait for her to do that. Her turning into like the new muse. I'm like, oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I don't really understand what that whole
her
all that
thing.
is,
I think
what
they're
that
just
added to
using it
this
as
season, really.
It's actually very tropey of like, oh, the person who examines the psyche is the most fucked up of them all, and she had hidden dark stuff that Muse brought out in her, and now she's gonna go down the dark path. And you're like, all right, yeah, sure, okay,
yeah. Oh.
yeah. Okay.
And it didn't really bother me that much, but it's like I'm thinking about it now. I was like, what was the point of all that, really? And so is she possessed? I mean, what is going on? She's having some kind of psychic break, but why?
Yeah, I think that's it.
I understand she went through a traumatic event, but anyway.
I think in the comics, and correct me if I'm wrong, watchers, because I think it happened after I was following it every month, but I think there was a lady Muse. Like, again, the original guy, the identity gets taken, but it's not Heather. Like I said, Heather, she died tragically. It's sad. So yeah, I'll take it. Whatever. The actress is good. I'm following along. I really liked the courtroom scene, mainly because all this stuff is building up, and maybe it feels like putting the brakes on, but stuff with anytime I see Matt, like, that's the other thing is he's brilliant lawyer, and him going to town almost cockily, very cocky, basically like, I got you now, Wilson Fisk. I love it because, again, that's one of the more interesting secret identities in all of comics. Blind lawyer guy is great. So I was all for it. Loved that stuff and loved them backing and forthing. And also allowing, I can't remember her name, but his law partner lady, they're getting their good moments. Karen Page, they did the whole thing over the season of showing that fact that she, with Matt's help, has been training herself. So you get that moment of her taking a dude out and you're like going, that didn't come out of nowhere. Like, she's been training with a guy who's like ninja master dude, and she doesn't really need powers to take a dude down. Good stuff. What else did I like? I liked all of it. I just sat there going, Daredevil's awesome. Yeah. Again, my neighbor's banging on the wall.
Yeah. For the life, please shut up.
I liked the sort of cut shots at the end of like all locations where it's like there's the gym, Josie's bar is all boarded up and all that stuff. Where you're seeing aftermath. I don't think that he'd be able to like just go out to a restaurant. Yes, the cops were able to find him quickly, but I'm sitting there going, the whole city, and now of course the world, because it's internet,
Yeah.
it's going to know that guy in those glasses is
Maybe the
Daredevil.
cops are being nice by giving him some time.
You know what?
Who knows?
Let's give him a couple of days. Let him just eat with his girlfriend, and then let's just take him down.
Yeah, because when the cop comes in, he's like, "All right," because he knows that he's not going to. All right, Mr. Braddock, time to go. Basically.
Yeah, I used to be a lawyer.
About the Spider-Man theory you mentioned earlier with the Brand New Day. I'm thinking now, like, because I heard people theorize that maybe Spider-Man, maybe he'll get out of prison in that movie, but they really seem like they're setting up season 3 to be set in the prison.
I think so,
because he's in there with the task force guys, including the guy, the really asshole guy that we were hoping was going to die.
I'm so surprised he didn't get killed.
But they clearly got another story for him.
His own, the guy with the conscience in the task force takes him down.
Yeah.
But I was sitting there going, oh, dude. But that's a very season 3 thing. Because, yes, they're all in prison together. And they all walk past him. And he's like, yeah, I see you, dude.
So, I mean, if he is in Spider-Man's, like, he would have to go back to prison. I don't know. I'm starting to wonder if that's really him, if he's really in the movie at all.
I mean, the fact that you're having the hand, and granted, you don't need Daredevil to exist in a story that has the hand. They're in New York, they're a criminal gang, and so Spider-Man doesn't need Daredevil, but it just seems like, oh, dude, what a missed opportunity. And if you have Punisher and Spider-Man don't need Daredevil in their story either. The whole idea that it's Punisher and Spider-Man makes sense. Spider-Man and the Hulk makes sense. Spider-Man, Hulk, Punisher, and also Daredevil. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot, but of course I would love it. I don't think the storyline will wrap up in the Spider-Man movie, even if he shows up in a cameo. Because one thing, it's too important, and they wouldn't just waste it. And that's not wasting, but that's so important, it would take away from whatever Spider-Man's story is. So let's just let Spider-Man be Spider-Man. So, and maybe that is the Hulk that they digitally took out, because at least we know he's in the movie. So
right. So what do you think? Because I know this has happened in the comics too, where his identity has been revealed to the public.
Yes.
What are I mean, there's probably not going to be a twin brother in this one. What do you think they're going to do? What do you think they're going to do? Because I know we're heading towards Secret Wars and all this shit, where they may be doing a reset. But
maybe I think they will, and I don't love it, but I think they'll do the Iron Man thing where it's just known, which also brings up, well, then why is he going to wear a mask?
Right.
Also, when he went to prison, I'm like, why is he still wearing the red glasses? They know that whether he's blind or not, they know he can get around because he's Daredevil. So what's the use of those?
He's got fans, and the guards like, glasses, man. It's cool.
You gotta have the glasses. You're not him if you're not wearing the little glasses, man. I don't know, but I think they will probably just have him out and proud as Daredevil, and he'll divide his time if he's legally allowed. That's hopefully they'll do their research. Like, could you legally continue being a public defender, a lawyer, or whatever, and a vigilante? I think they'd be like, you can't represent people anymore, because for one thing, you've got powers that they're going to figure out, like, oh yeah, so I guess he won't be a lawyer anymore, unless they do a reset, a la Doctor Strange or whatever. They're like, now no one knows that you are Daredevil.
Yeah, they can't keep doing that. So that's
you don't go to that well.
They could, but it would be annoying.
It'd be annoying. And I will say, it has happened several times in the comics, and then things fix it. Things explain it. Because the Mike Murdock thing is referenced even now as kind of a joke. They didn't pretend it didn't happen, but they've come up with like, Jesus, man, what were you thinking? Everyone knows that was so stupid. Your twin brother. And there was, they've even gone to the extent that Mark Waid wrote it after Bendis's run, which was, of course, very dark. Bendis's run was very heavy and very Kingpin and all that. And Mark Waid was like, Daredevil was kind of like a fun character in the beginning, because he was, devil may care, literally. So he lightened it up and had Matt Murdock basically saying, my life has been really grim. I'm going to try to have fun. So his run is divisive. Some people didn't like it. I'm like, it's not a joke comic. It's just that you have even Foggy's going, I kind of like this new you, but it's also weird because you're not like Catholic guilt guy right now. And he's like, I am trying to have fun, Foggy. But yeah, he even ends up going to court once wearing a sweater saying, I am not Daredevil. Like, I mean, he starts playing with everyone either thinks he is or the public seems to be confused. Is he or is he not? And he's proved it and disproved it. So who knows what they'll come up with.
I mean, I suppose they could do something like in this. Spoil a little bit of the episode of The Boys. There's something that happens in The Boys where something's outed, and then they say, "Oh, it was just AI. They faked it." You know.
Oh, sure.
And the public's like, "Oh well." They immediately drop it. You know. So
yeah.
So they could be something like that.
Could be something like that. The thing is, again, this is very public. You know, I mean, as we brought up, there's so many witnesses, and in fact, everyone in the rotunda of the courthouse, they saw him as Daredevil, and then he takes his mask off and they know that he's Matt Murdock when he stops Fisk at the very end. So it's not like, I mean, the people that were there could go, hey, you know how everyone keeps saying that was AI? I was there, man. Totally the blind lawyer. It was totally him.
Yeah. So that'd be messy.
Yeah, we don't need to worry.
I was just thinking,
let them worry about it, Chad. Let them worry about it.
Doctor Strange should have a new trick where he just goes up to everybody one by one and says, you know who Matt Murdock is? Yeah, he's Daredevil. And he goes, he has to do it. He has to do it to everybody in the city.
He looks over at Matt and goes, look, I've covered 2 of the boroughs. I've got 3 more boroughs to go. You owe me big time. You owe me so much. The idea that Doctor Strange is going door to door. Have you heard who Daredevil is? Is he that blind lawyer? And then there's one guy, I don't know who Daredevil is. It's like going, great. Have a wonderful day. He's like, this didn't work so well with Spider-Man, so I've got to really manage this.
Is there anybody else living here that I could talk
anybody else? I mean, it is possible that Doomsday or Secret Wars resets the entire universe, which is what they're also indicating would allow them to say we're kind of starting over and we recast Steve Rogers and Tony Stark. And we're back to classic characters, new actors in the roles, whatever.
Even that would be weird. So I'm curious to see where they're going with this. So,
did you see the leaked trailer for Doomsday?
No. I think I heard about it.
Yeah, I read a description at it was CinemaCon or whatever they call that, Cinecon. And so it was for, retailers or whatever, the people who own the movie theaters. And so I read a description of it. Then I saw someone going, fuck, I'm sick of waiting on Marvel. Here it is. And speaking of AI, there were a couple shots in it. I'm like, But whatever they did, I will say if it was AI, they did a great job because it was exactly the way it was described in the other thing. And it was done as like that piratey kind of thing where it's like someone in the theater is recording it on something. So it's at the weird angle of the screen, not the great picture quality. And it's full, goes all the way through and you hear the audience going, woo, at certain moments. And I'm like, man, if someone just did that in AI, what a lot of work, especially since we just have to wait like another month or something and we're going to be seeing it anyway.
Actually,
But if it was the actual one, looks great, but there were a couple of moments it's like, I'm not sure that they're actually looking at each other. But it did start with Robert Downey Jr.'s voice doing a middle European accent. And then like, because that's what it said in the spoiler pirate thing where they're like going, well, it starts with him and he's doing an accent. So it's Victor Von Doom. He doesn't sound like Tony Stark.
Yeah. It's funny how that rumor has gone back and forth. People were saying, oh, he's not, they said he's not Tony Stark variant. And then other people saying, oh no, he is. And now it's like, no, he really isn't.
Well, John's opinion, it probably will be right. Cause he's like, you don't hire a RGJ to come in and just hide his face and not be him. He goes, it will be Victor Von Doom, but in that universe, a Tony Stark variant is Victor Von Doom. He's like, it's both. And you're like, okay, great. I would rather it not be.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Robert Downey Jr. But when that announcement happened, and it's like, this is our Dr. Doom. I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
I was like, there are so many actors. People were saying like, oh, why don't we get like this? People were even saying, what's his name? Who was in Doctor Strange as Caecilius? Oh, Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they were like going, it could be him because Caecilius was a pretty good villain, but you know, he's going to be behind the mask. And that is very much a European actor guy.
Sure.
There's plenty of people who could do it. I'm not anti-RDJ. Anyway, so we're speculating like crazy, but I'm excited for Punisher. Season 3 of Daredevil can't come soon enough. And I hear season 2 of Wonder Man has been talked up by the Star as he goes. Yeah, he's like, it was great because they're basically like, did you know about the character? Were you excited when you first got it? And he goes, he said to Kevin Feige, he goes, look, I get it. If you get called up by Marvel, you've got a Marvel buck. It's how you spend it. And so he apparently said to Kevin Feige, he goes, Wonder Man, that's my Marvel buck. Will it be worth it? In other words, because that will be the only character I get to play in Marvel. So is this the one I want to do? And Kevin Feige goes, trust me. Yeah, spend your Marvel buck. So he took the part. And he's basically saying that season 2, he goes, there are people that want it to turn towards comic book stuff, and there are people that want it to stay what it was. And he goes, we're staying what we were. It's still a character thing between me and, you know, my friend, and it's still industry based. So he goes, it's not going to turn into a different show. And I'm both happy and kind of sad because it's like they were edging right at the end, like, yeah, he's kind of a superhero now, but no, it's okay.
Yeah, I bet you it will be more. I mean, I think what he's saying is that it's still going to be based in Hollywood, and there's still going to be, you know, but we probably will see him using his powers a lot more often.
Comedy. Yes.
Yeah.
I would assume. And probably that will become his calling card where they're like, oh, yeah, the government kind of wants to shut you down, but we want to exploit the fact that you have actual powers.
Because that was part of his character arc in the first season, obviously, is that he coming to terms with being okay with the fact that he has these powers and, and you know, deciding to embrace them instead of
the shame
them.
Is gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he is also on the run from the law. So anyway, I'm excited for that. I've heard nothing. Have you heard anything about Vision Quest? I haven't heard jack crap.
No, I'm dying to know that. They've kept that under their hat pretty well, as far as I haven't heard anything. I did just finish watching, to shift away from Marvel, I did finish watching the season finale for Maul Shadowlord.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the first season. I figured they were going to have multiple seasons. It's really, I mean, I told you it was good. It's really, really good series. It's a really good show. Surprisingly good.
I'm just waiting on Mandalorian and Grogu.
that some of the advanced reviews are starting to come out from that now, and people are saying, yeah.
What I saw responses from people that saw the first 25 or 30 minutes of it. I'm not sure if anyone has actually been able to see the full thing. Or
there has been an advanced screening somewhere, apparently.
Well, they were saying like it's good. They go, it does feel like the next episode of a new season. They're like, it doesn't, you know,
that's what Charlie from Emergency Awesome, he posted a video today. So he saw an advanced screening somewhere. I don't know where. I'm sure he wasn't the only person who got to see this advanced screening. Probably a bunch of press people. But he said it was like, it just felt like a really good episode of season 2, you know, season 1 or 2. So, which is, peak Mandalorian, but
sure,
he didn't sound too excited about it.
Well, the reason I read that the people who are press who only saw 30 minutes is because apparently and a lot of them said the first 30 minutes is everything you've seen in the trailers. Oh. And so they're like going, the second chunk of the movie, they're like going, there's probably big surprises that they're still trying to keep from you. Mm-hmm. As in possible cameos or whatever. Yeah. But if it turns out to just be a decent episode of Mandalorian, great. Why am I paying $14 to go see it? But
I know.
Whatever. Yeah. I will go see it. And I will give the Maul show a shot. I still haven't. Why don't you get off my back though? Guys, you don't understand what's like with Chad. It's just like, you gotta watch this, dude. pretty good
it's really
Chad
cool
impression.
because I know that you've watched Rebels now, right? You've watched through
Yeah.
Rebels.
Well, no, I still haven't watched the end of Rebels. Like I
Okay,
still have
but
only
did you see the
stopped at.
episode where they meet Maul, where they encounter Maul on?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
at Malachor.
Yes.
They go to Malachor, and he's just kind of there
Yeah.
already. So
Yes.
this season, I think, is leading up to him winding up on that planet, but it didn't happen in this season. This is about
so
him.
the season
This is about him building his criminal empire. So
okay. So
we do see
after.
Dryden Voss in the last episode. A little bit
You're
of a
gonna-
spoiler, but not too much.
You're
Dryden
gonna
Voss was the character that Vision. What's his name? The actor
Paul
played
Bettany.
Vision. Yeah, Paul, the villain that Paul Bettany plays in Solo. Dryden Voss. So he has a part. He has a part in the show.
Nice.
Very small part in this first season. I think he's going to play a much bigger role in season 2.
Oh,
But,
wasn't
yeah,
it Jude
it's
Law
really good.
in Solo? Not Paul Bettany?
No, it was Paul Bettany.
Okay.
Jude
I do
Law
get
was
them
in
mixed
that.
up.
Jude Law was in Skeleton Crew.
Yes, he was in Skeleton Crew. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Mhm. You know, fine boned,
I know. Yeah.
slightly wimpy, but still extremely handsome British guys.
And Paul Bettany, like, he's great in everything. He was one of the best things about Solo.
It is true. And I mean, I don't need to keep defending Solo. It's not exactly the best thing ever, but I like it.
It's a hell of a lot better than it gets credit for.
Amen, brother.
Yeah.
But yes, I on the Star Wars thing because it is, well, it's Cinco de Mayo now, but yesterday was May the 4th, and I have to admit I'm not cynical. It's just that I sit there going like, they really haven't gotten me in a while. It's been a while, and that could be because I'm old and I'm still very attached to the original stuff, and I've heard the rumors. There's rumors online there because of what happened at a Galaxy's Edge, where apparently the actors, they've changed the setting now. I mean, it's no longer sequel trilogy. It's now classic,
right?
And apparently they have the actors in the park talking about time travel.
Oh, interesting.
The rumors are that because the sequel trilogy, it started, of course, really strong because Force Awakens made so much money, but they just went like that. And everything after it, with the exception of, Andor and things, just didn't meet expectations. This is all about money. It has nothing to do about fans being upset. So apparently they're talking to Filoni, supposedly, according to rumors, about we're just going to split off the sequel trilogy. And we're just going to start over. And it's not that it doesn't exist. It's just that's in sort of alternate timeline. And they're saying that the end of Ahsoka is the cutoff.
The new thing, yeah.
Yeah. And it'll be like, so that will, because they're blaming.
That's kind of what we were theorizing they were going to do.
Exactly. And they're blaming the failure, not on the fact that those movies were not conceived through and done well. They're blaming it on people are just too tied into the Skywalker story and the classic characters. So they're blaming. And so what I think they'll end up doing, if they end up doing, they'll do a new sequel trilogy, and somehow it will have nothing to do with Rey and all that stuff. And it will be about, who knows, a recast Luke, Leia, Han, whatever. And just let's follow them up post. I don't want that. I mean, I want to move forward, and I didn't mind that about the sequel trilogy. It's like, yes, the idea is it's a generational story. You don't just stick with the same 3 people, plus a Wookiee. So I don't know. That is a rumor, but it came from, and a lot of people are echoing it online. Is like, this is coming from sort of inside Disney. So who knows?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I know I was kind of jockeying for that, something along those lines.
I just feel it's such a slap in the face of well-intentioned cast who no one blames. It's like I would just feel bad for Boyega and Daisy Ridley and
I don't think they're going to be. None of them really seem to be too fond or hold the.
I mean, they got their paycheck. I think there's.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because Boyega especially, I think
especially because they treated his
totally
character
screwed his character. Yeah, I mean,
and sometimes Oscar Isaac basically comes out and says like, "Yeah, man, no one was happy with the way it went."
No,
yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I saw this clip. I had never seen this. It was it was from when The Last Jedi came out. Daisy Ridley was interviewed, and he goes, "So, congratulations on Last Jedi," and she goes, yeah. Like, it's like, oh, you didn't like it? Like, oh, it's fine. Like, oh, ouch. I never saw that clip before.
Well, no, I haven't seen that, but I gotta say, I mean, I'm sad that they felt that way about Last Jedi, because I really think even Last Jedi was interesting and going.
There was a lot of good stuff in it. Yeah, there was a chance to go somewhere really interesting after that, and they steered away.
Rise
from
of Skywalker is just like, Jesus, stop. That is just with a couple of awesome effects moments.
Sure. Yeah.
Anyway, so that's been us talking about Disney and its shareholders and what they're doing with Marvel and Star Wars. What do you think? Do you think this is all BS? Do you even care about Star Wars anymore? Are you guys hoping that we'll stop talking about Daredevil? I don't think we will.
So we'll do this more next time we talk, because I don't want to go too late tonight. But
yeah.
There's a lot of fun DC stuff that we should catch up on next time.
We will definitely be
James
talking.
Gunn cleared up a few things that we were wondering, like Clayface does happen before everything else, and it is the same Clayface, and he's in prison now. He's cleared all this stuff. Supergirl does happen between Superman and Man of Tomorrow, all those kind of things. Hypno-glasses are real.
Yes,
hypno-glasses
not a joke. Real. And actually, to tell you the truth, I never read it as a joke. I thought, like, okay, that's an answer to the question. We'll just accept hypno-glasses, and I'm fine. Yeah. Comics, come on. Superman has ventriloquism, and that'll probably show up in the movies at some point. I can't wait to see like Corn Sweat like doing this, and in the back you hear, "I'll save you, Lois." I love all that. I love just how ridiculous it all is, because we need to calm down and just let the fun flow. Let the fun flow. That's the next T-shirt, and it could be read very wrongly, so we'll have to be more specific when we say let the fun flow. And remember to follow the P. Anyway, thanks, guys. This has been a reaction video to the end of Daredevil Born Again Season 2, which was awesome. If you didn't think it was awesome, tell us why. You're wrong, but I'm still interested to see why. I'm still interested to hear why you thought it wasn't good. But if you also loved it, man, keep the support going. Those guys, they need your money.
Yeah, that was we should have touched on this. And apparently, the viewership numbers for this season have been much lower than the first season.
I don't understand.
Yeah,
it just keeps getting better and better.
People were Colton Ogburn, who's on Screen Crush. He was theorizing that it's just because the first season was kind of disappointing that people were kind of checked out from this one.
I like season one.
Whatever the reason was, man, I understand. I mean, season one was a redo. They said they said, it was uneven.
It was uneven. Granted.
So, but this one really is, and in my opinion, I actually think it's better in a lot of ways than the Netflix stuff.
Agreed. Again, episode 4? Which one? There are a couple of episodes in this season that are the best you'll ever see that character. Yes. Unless they take it further, which they could. They found really good writers and directors, and it has been an awesome ride. Starts a little slow, but still I enjoyed it all the way up, and it kicks into third gear by the second half. Just like that spoiler reviewer said, it's like, I can't tell you what happens. It's just that it starts, but by the middle point, it's just rockets. And I'm like,
And my personal quibbles with this, as you heard at the beginning of this episode, they're more personal feelings I have about events that happen in the country that I just didn't feel like being reminded of tonight. But that does not take away from how great the show is. So,
and neither does their blatant ripping off of V for Vendetta. There's a lot of stuff, and also a few good men. Literally, that whole scene in the court, where it's like he keeps getting Fisk. He's not going to say it. It's like, I do own this city. It's sort of like you can't handle the truth, and I'm like, oh. But D'Onofrio brings it like no one's business. And I've always wanted to see him walk through a hallway, killing and tearing people apart. And finally, I've got it. All right. So hope you enjoyed it too. We're going to go to sleep now because it's late.
But one of us is.
You're up again? You're going to keep going?
I do.
All right. We don't need to form words. We just do sounds.
Yeah. That's
all right. We're done. Okay. We're done, Zoe.